Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. I've got to be quick because this doesn't last long. So we are back tonight with round 1 of P1RCs, there you go, told you it didn't last long, Red-Bull Juniors. We are live for a 50-minute enduro here at Nurburgring GP. Let me take you off that screen. We're 50-minute enduro here at Nurburgring GP Circuit, so the shorter version, most people know it as the Nordschleife, but we are just on the GP circuit. It's a 50-minute enduro. We've got a qualifier. What's the qualifier? That is... oh, come on. 10-minute qualifying. 10-minute qualifying. That's what we've got coming up. And then a 50-minute endurance race. Like I say, they do have to use both the softs and the medium tyres. And they will only get 60% of fuel for the start of the race. Tyres are on ×8 on wear. Nothing about fuel is ×6 as well, and that, again, they start with that 60%. And we have got a mix of enduro races and the sprint stroke feature races. So a couple of enduros throughout the season, and then the sprint races involves 2 races, a short sort of 15-minute sprint, and then a feature race which is about half an hour long, usually might be a little bit longer. So, before we just jump into the lobby, merch still available, people, t-shirts and stickers. I am starting to run low of t-shirts now, still got plenty of stickers available. I won't be getting any more t-shirts until these are pretty much gone, but hit me up if you want any of those. darksmoker@googlemail.com, or in the chat, or on the Facebook page, or drop me a message, whatever it is. I've managed to shift 3 today as well, so if you didn't know, we've been at PFI, or Paul Fletcher International, over there in Stragglethorpe, Grantham. And we've been playing on their go-karts today. Good fun it was too. A lot of the MRC boys over there. A lot of the boys from the Team Oliver Racing League as well racing. And it was, yeah, it was epic racing. Epic racing. It's an awesome track as well. If you get the chance, get over there. It's a little bit more expensive than the majority of karting tracks that you lot probably are used to. But it is an international standard track. The pits, the car park doesn't have car parking spaces. It has lorry parking spaces and areas to bolt down your awnings and things like that. So it is geared up for full-on international races. Definitely worth checking that out. Yeah, some good races. Ended up 5th in the race. Started 11th, didn't have a great qualifier, but started 11th, finished 5th in the end. There's no way I could catch the boys in front. They just had slipstream off each other all the way round. 3 of them up the front. And then poor old Darren Davidson stuck in no man's land between me and the top 3, unfortunately, and I just wasn't able to catch him after battling through the field. Right, enough about that. We are waiting on Dizzy to enter the room. Oh, he's in. Okay, so we'll have a quick look to see who's here, and then we'll jump into qualifying. Looks like they're just about to start qualifying anyway. So we have got Dizzy, we've got Appy Amma. You've just made me jump off that. Obi-Wan, Raffo, Manny, Don, Apache, Mocking Weeks, Rob, Ricky J. We've got the Dodger, and we've got Pilgrim. So it is a team race, this one. Where's that gone? You idiot, you shut it down. That's what I want. So yes, there are teams racing tonight. We are a team missing. So red team you won't see on screen tonight. But we have got driving for Team Orange. We've got Manny and Ricky J. For the brown team, we've got Raffo and Obi-Wan. For the yellow team, we've got Don and Apache. The red team, again, who aren't racing tonight, that is Dylan and Skippy. The white team is Dizzy and Dodger. Pilgrim and Mocking Weeks are racing under the blue team. Appy Amma and Rob racing under the green livery tonight. So it looks like we've just about got qualifying going. Yes, we have. The Red Bull Juniors then, awesome looking cars. Very, very quick. Still got the wobbly lobbies, unfortunately. Nothing we can do about that. Let me turn the sound on for you lot as well. I do forget that an awful lot. But not tonight. Let's get a look at these things then. So they're sort of... Oh, look at that. Great big picture of baggy snails down the rear quarter there. Awesome. Awesome. That is... he's the guy that set up P1 Race Community. Unfortunately, he passed away of cancer. But the boys still obviously showing their respects. It's good to see. I'm surprised there's not a great big F cancer on there somewhere. I'm liking the tell your mates, tell your mum dark smoker down the spine as well. Red Bull the Juniors tonight then. Is that blue or is that white team? I think that's Appy Amma. You are racing for what? We're on board with Appy Amma and he's supposed to be racing in green or for the green team, but that definitely looks like baby blue to me. Obi-Wan. That's brown, isn't it? It's not orange. Obi-Wan, yeah, Obi-Wan racing in the brown livery. So they're all very similar, just colour changes. Yellow on for Apache. Let's go for a bit of a lap. Let's go a couple of drivers back, shall we? Come on, give me a... That's the camera one. Right, down towards turn one then. Catch that apex nicely into the Mercedes arena. Just out of the... Oh, a little bit wide there for Ricky J. Ricky J racing under Team Orange. Down towards the Yokohama S's. What do you want, Ricky? A set of mediums. Oh, gets the back end spun up a little bit on the exit of that corner. Down towards the hairpin at the bottom of the hill. The Dunlop hairpin, I think it is. Tentative on the throttle through there. Ricky J gets back on the power towards the Schumacher S's. Taking as much of that curb as possible. Try and shorten that corner. Just hanging out of the way, letting drivers come through. So into the back half of this track then. 90-degree left. Down towards an almost... Oh, Ricky J down towards just over 90 right. We'll see one or two people going for overtakes down here. If you get out the corner in the right place, right behind the driver in front, you can use the toe to run down the hill through this little right-hander and get the move on the driver in front just as you come into this chicane. It is tricky, you've got to be careful. You don't want to take too much of that curb in either, otherwise it's a great big penalty. And into the final corner, back onto this start-finish straight. A little wiggle there by Ricky J. It's not going to be an extremely fast lap as a 2:17.3 for him. So let's get ourselves on board with this man, current pole sitter. AP Amma, is it AP or Appy? Someone will have to let me know. 1:59.7 so far. Mocking Weeks half a second behind him with a 2:03. Mr. Hepburn, evening brother. Obi-Wan in third. He's got himself a 2:01.1 on the clock. Halfway through this qualifying, just a little bit over halfway. Dizzy, a little bit late joining the lobby, but managed to get the racing underway on time. He's sitting in fourth at the minute on a 2:01.5. Rob S in fifth, a 2:01.7 on board for him. Then Raffo in sixth. He's got a 2:02.1. Pilgrim in seventh, 2:03.4. The Dodger in eighth, 2:07.7. Ricky J, 2:17.3. Ninth position. Apache in 10th at the minute, 2:18.6. Just waiting for this big pile of drivers to get past him so he can think about a hot lap. Manny in 11th. He's no hot lap on the scoreboard there, but it's a 2:11.7 for him. He's fastest. Same for Dom. No hot lap on the board, but a 2:11.5. I think we've just seen Mocking Weeks. Yes, he did. Oh, looks like we've got the pit exit glitch going on. Oh, for some reason, the game is still glitching drivers out when they exit the pits after sticking a new set of tyres on. It kicks them across the track over the white line, and it gives them this 3-second penalty that they have to lose at the penalty zone. They can't burn it off around the track like they used to. There was a specific penalty zone where it's usually one of the fastest points at the track as well, which is a real pain in the wazoo. But pit glitch in effect tonight then, unfortunately. It is an outlap, so it shouldn't bother him too much. Just coming up towards this penalty zone. It is going to be on this long back straight, isn't it? There you go, where the 2 yellow markers are, that is the start. He's already pulled over. Knows he's going to lose the time, lose the positions to drivers behind, so just allows them to come through. Gets back on the power. Gets those tyres warmed back up. So 8 minutes in, last chance for Mocking Weeks. AP looks happy with his lap. He's pulling over. Oh, he's just got that corner very, very wrong. Mocking Weeks now then. Last ditch effort to try and take that pole spot. Same for Obi-Wan. Oh, he's happy. He's pulled over as well. So that's the end of his lap. Dizzy. 2:03, third position for him. Don 5th, 2:01.1 so far. Anybody else? Rob's in the pits. Pilgrim's still out on track. Drifting the Red Bull, but it's not working. He's sitting in 8th in the grid. 2:02.0 for him. Just staying off the circuit as well. Manny's happy. He's sitting in 9th. Apache's still out as well in 10th, pushing. Ricky J, I think you are still on a hot lap. Yeah, and Dodger. Everyone crossed the line then. Hammer then still holding this pole position. Last ditch efforts for all these drivers to try and retake that pole position off him. Ooh. That's this lap. It's 10.5 seconds down on this lap, so not going to count this one. Mocking Weeks then. What's he got? Line coming up, he's 0.3 of a second down, so he's not going to take pole position currently with that lap. He's going to struggle to make 0.3 of a second up before the finish line as well. corner tight there for Mockin. Apologies if you can hear a bit of a drone tonight, people. I've had to put a fan in the room. It's just too damn hot. What's happened there? Oh, 15 minutes is over. Okay. So, results then. It was AP Amma that finished on that top spot. Mockin Week second. Obi in third. Dizzy in fourth. Don in fifth. Rob S in sixth. Pilgrim seventh. Raffo in eighth. Manny 9th, Apache 10th, Ricky J in 11th, and the Dodger in 12th. Come on, Raffo from Mr. Hepburn. 5-minute break being given to the lads then, just so they can cool off a little bit before the race kicks off. That's what I'm going to do as well. Point that fan a little bit towards me. It's been a warm one, people. So yeah, a few minutes break just to before we kick off with this 50-minute endurance. I mean, I'm sitting here in my little box room, window open, fan on, and I'm sweating. And I know what these boys are going to be like after 50 minutes behind the wheel tonight. Going to be absolutely drenched. There you go, AP Amma. That's the reason he's on pole position. He's done the Vettel Challenge round here, so he's done 210,000 laps. Hence why he's on pole position, I can assume. Who's Rabsky, Mr. Hepburn? Is that Rafa, but short for Rafa, but longer than Rafa? Still gaining those subs a little bit, people. Slowly getting up there. 686 now. Need to hit that 1,000 mark and many hours of view time to be able to make any money off this thing. Stupid YouTube. Red Bull Juniors. Totally different for the P1 boys. They do like to mix it up a little bit. Don't forget to hit that like button, people. All helps out Mr. Algorithm. Can AP Amma hold it down towards turn one? We'll see. Just coming up in the lobby chat. What time does the race? What time does the rain start? Hopefully, it's a dry one. Tricky circuit in the wet. This it doesn't matter whether it's the GP circuit or the actual main Nordschleife. It's a bit tricky. Lap 26. Never know. They might have weather on here. I don't know. I mean, a trip to the pits for a set of wets or inters, I can imagine. On the rain. Make it interesting, it certainly will. Let's have a quick look through here while we're waiting. Anyone who know what that means? Looks like sun all the way through, a little bit of cloud look over the start. Fastest first. No tuning. Yeah, they only start with that 60 litres of fuel. Times 6 on fuel consumption rate as well. Times 8 on tyre wear. Let's just get ourselves ready. We're just waiting for Apache to get back in the driver's seat. Right, that's it. I think everybody in the back in their seats. Race just about to get underway then. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Let me in more. There we go. Here we go then. A 50-minute enduro here at Nurburgring GP. Again, tricky circuit. Can AP Ammer hold that line round the outside? It's pole position, but it is the outside of this circuit here at Nurburgring GP. Lights are going on then. We'll wait for these to drop and get this debut round underway. They are away. It's a good start from Mockin. They seem to get the power on just a little bit earlier than AP. But he does hold the lead down towards turn 1. Whoa! Obi runs deep into turn 1. Almost takes out AP. Not a great exit for Mockin Weeks. That's allowed Obi to come through. Still got those wobbly lobbies going on. So AP leads us around then on the medium tyres for his first stint. Obi then managing to get himself through into second position. Dizzy into third. Mockin Weeks fourth. He's under pressure actually from, oh no, side by side with Dizzy for that position. Still side by side through the Yokohama S's, but Dizzy now the inside line on the exit. Mockin drops into fourth then from second. Don in fifth. Rob S in 6th, Pilgrim 7th, Manny in 8th, Apache 9th, Raffo 10th, Dodger in 11th, and Ricky J looks like he's just getting himself pointed the right way after the Yokohama S. A bit of way back, 5.8 for Team Brown at the minute. AP then continues to stretch a little bit of a lead over Obi. Gap up to a second, so out of the slipstream range now for Obi. Dizzy right behind him in third though, half a second back. Maybe not close enough to make a move into the chicane. Obi's not risking it anyway, just pulls his car over to that left hand side. Mr. Bucky, evening brother, evening. How was your racing today, mate? Good, I hope. A bit sweaty, I know that. How's the shirt fit? Again, tentative on the throttle on the way out of that final corner. Not able to get the gap closed on Obi. Obi again slots himself over to the right-hand side of the circuit. Drops that toe for Dizzy. All the while, AP Ammer is just disappearing down the road already. 1.5 seconds up as we start lap 2. Obi second, Dizzy third. Mockin Weeks still holding that fourth. Still got Don for company though. Rob in fifth, a little bit wide there for Pilgrim. Puts himself under pressure from Raffo for that position. Raffo now comes back at him up the outside. Where's he gone? Oh, he's had to slot back into the slipstream. All different lines through there. Where's he gone? Still behind him. Now Apache looking to sweep out. Not quite getting that move done either. So Pilgrim hangs on to that 7th. Raffo had a good go, but it wasn't enough. Up the inside for Raffo, coming out of the hairpin. Have the advantage as they come into the S's. Just... Oh, he's backed off. He's... oh, Pilgrim! Pilgrim! Pilgrim, stop it. Rear end damage for Pilgrim. Oh, he's on the sand as well. No! Oh, he's going to put himself to the back of the pack. Look, there goes Ricky J through. Pilgrim then drops himself to the final running or position, 12th. Trying to run it side by side with Raffo through there. You just can't do it without somebody coming to crop. Unfortunately, it was Pilgrim. So car repairs itself, and now he can get it back up to full race pace. A long way back from race leader though, 23.6 seconds. 3.4 back off of Ricky as well. So a bit of work for Pilgrim to do. AP still controlling the pace up front, 1.3 seconds over Obi at the minute. On that medium tyre, nice, I'm glad that shirt fits. Yeah, I know about the achy shaking bit. My hips have got red marks on them, my spine's got red marks on them. Yeah, another fastest sector here for AP. Yeah, karting, it takes it out of you. Like I say, in qualifying I got a big fat man car, so I was wobbling about in the seat. I was doing more trying to keep myself in the car than actual qualifying. What can Obi-Wan do here then? Trying to close that gap down on AP. He's got it down from 1.5 to 1.3. Still got a mirror full of Dizzy as well. Dizzy just chucking in a purple sector. Sean, evening brother, evening. We're just talking about how achy and beaten up we are after today's race, and how tired and sweaty everyone was. Dizzy then still hunting down another purple sector from him. Still hunting down Obi, just 0.4 of a second back. Mocking Wheat's now 2.8 seconds back, unfortunately. But he has managed to drop the chasing Don. He's now 1.5 seconds behind him, 5th. Got his teammate right behind him, Rob, in 6th, 1.2 seconds back. Raffo just saw battling out with Pilgrim, sitting in 7th. Apache in 8th, Manny in 9th. Dodger in 10th, Ricky J in 11th, and now been closed right up by Pilgrim. Nice, yeah, that sounds about right. Yes, injured but worth the pain. That's about right for go-karting, especially at PFI. What a track. AP Ammo making a little mistake then. He's got the 2 chasing drivers right behind him, just 0.3 of a second. Everyone's struggling to get the traction down coming out of the Mercedes arena. AP Ammo under threat then. Obi just 0.3 of a second back. Dizzy just 0.4 of a second back. Let's get ourselves on board with a Diz. So on board with 3rd place. Dizzy almost had an opportunity to get up the inside of Obi through the hairpin. Right on the tail of AP Ammo as they head into the Schumacher S's. Closes up, does Dizzy. Now, are we going to see anybody try and make an overtake up this back straight? Don't know whether they're quite close enough. Yes, possibly if they get the power down on the way out of this corner. It's a good run for Dizzy. He's all over the back of Obi. What's Obi going to do here? He goes around the outside. Not going to make it easy, but I don't think there's a lot he could do. Dizzy backs off, allows Obi to keep that position. That little tiny battle has just allowed AP to stretch his legs out front again a little bit. He's back up to 1.2 seconds gap now. These 2 drivers may want to be thinking about working together to keep hanging on to AP Hammer. Starting to stretch out a little bit. Oh, deep there for Obi, misses the apex completely. So still with a second gap at the minute, AP. Oof, Obi, little wiggle on the way out of the Mercedes. Slow him down too much. Dizzy filling his rearview mirrors. 2.9 seconds back then for Mocking Week, sitting in 4th position. Another 1.5 back to Don in 5th. Rob S 6th, but under pressure from Raffo. Let's close that gap up. Well, it's about 2 seconds back, Raffo, but now all over the back end of the 6th place driver. Leaves the door wide open, allows Raffo to go through. Knowing Raffo's probably the faster driver and he's going to get him at some point. No point in battling, just let him through. Try and stick with his slipstream. Let him carry you around the track if you can stay with him. 6th then for Raffo. Rob into 7th. Apache in 8th. Ah, so Apache moving down the field. He was ahead of Rob S. Were you? You different teams? Yeah, you're green and yellow. Sorry. Different teams, but half a second penalty on board for Apache. He's cut a corner a little bit too tight somewhere. Little bit of a lonely race for him at the minute. 7.2 seconds in front to Rob S. 4.6 behind to Manny. That will come down when he loses this penalty. Why am I seeing yellow flags? Somebody had spun the tyres up. Rob, maybe? No, it was Obi. Obi's ditched it somehow. He's ended up in 6th position from 2nd. I saw yellow flags being waved. I just couldn't figure out which driver it was, but it is Obi-Wan from 2nd, chasing down AP Hammer. Oh, he's run himself off circuit there as well. Come on, Obi. He's on the soft tyre for stint 1. So that gives Dizzy 2nd place. He has now got 1.1 seconds to try and close down on AP. Fast driver as well, Dizzy. Obviously AP no slouch in the lobby chat earlier, saying he's done 210,000 laps around here. Hence why he was on pole position at the start of the race. Managing to find a 10th over Dizzy. That gap stretches up to 1.2 seconds. So Mocking Weeks gets an automatic promotion as well, up into 3rd position with Obi-Wan's departure down to 6th. Save for Don, he moves up into 4th, as does Raffo, he moves up into 5th. Obi-Wan on the teammate's tail then. He won't be happy with that mistake, I am absolutely sure of it. Rob S 7th then, falling a little further back from the Raffo Obi-Wan fight. Under no direct threat from Apache at the minute. 7.7 seconds down in 8th position is Apache. Manny in 9th. Pilgrim then makes up another position, so he's got himself past Ricky J. He's just got himself past Dodger. Now 13.4 seconds behind Manny. Can Dodger stick with him? Gap's starting to stretch out already. Almost a second between these two. 6 seconds back to Ricky J in 12th. Also out on that medium tyre for stint 1. Dylan's quicker. Yeah, I know Dylan's quicker. I'm not going to deny that. He pretty much wins every championship. AP then loses a little bit of time up front to Dizzy. Was 0.6 of a second on the way into the hairpin. It's 0.6 on the way out, just about. Dizzy putting the pressure on. So I'm not too sure what you call this camera. It does seem to turn itself. I don't have any control of this one. $220,000 laps, Mr. Hepburn. What kind of maniac does that? I said 210,000 laps. I mean, 10,000 laps is like maniac territory, really, isn't it? I'm not liking this camera angle. Doesn't make me feel good. Loses a bit of time to AP then. AP a little bit quicker through the back part of this course. Hard on the brakes again for Dizzy. Closes that gap up again on the exit. Not quite hitting the apex for AP on the run through there. Still holding that 1.1, 1.2 second gap at the minute, AP. Ooh. Dizzy not been able to close him down just yet. You like that, Mr. Hepburn? I don't like that. I don't like it the way it turns itself. Never seems like the car's pointing in the right direction. Doesn't quite move in time with the helmet for my liking. Is it like, is it steering? Is it affected by steering? Is that how it works? I don't know. Or does it just know what corners are coming up so it automatically points that way? No idea. Bringing that gap down again, Dizzy. Down to 0.7 of a second. Gets a little bit of a slipstream now of this back part of the circuit, but it's not going to be enough to make a move. Still gap at 0.8. I can't do it. I can't do it, Mr. Hepburn. I can't do it. Oh, a little wiggle there from AP, keeps it pointed in a straight line, but that's going to lose him a little bit of time on the run down towards turn 1. Not enough for Dizzy to make a move at the minute. Both drivers trying to catch that apex. Gap down to 0.6 then, finds a little bit more time than Dizzy. Both drivers decided not to stick on circuit through the Mercedes arena. Feathering the throttle on the way out of there as well. Got to go through it for another lap then. Dizzy mocking then, still holding third position, but he's made a mistake somewhere. The gap between himself and second position is 5 seconds, and he's now got Don all over the back end of him, just half a second back. There was a second and a half between these two. So a mistake set in by Mockin then. How many laps are they going to do on these tyres, do we think, people? Softs and mediums at play in stint 1. In 5th, Obi-Wan 5 seconds back. Maybe another little mistake then by Obi-Wan. Almost out of fuel as well. Rob S still holding 7th, just 1.9 seconds behind Obi. Again, all drivers coming to the pit stop window. Everybody almost out of fuel. Manny's got plenty on actually. Oh, Pilgrim's now picked up half a second penalty. Dodger sitting in 11th. Race leader comes in the pits. Sorry for the epilepsy. Race leader comes in the pits this lap then. He's going to drop those mediums off and stick, I can assume, a set of soft tyres on. But he's out of fuel as well. So Dizzy continues round. He might... Will he get another lap out of that fuel? I don't know. So he now holds 5.4 seconds over Mocking Weeks. Mocking Weeks got his own worries though. He's got a mirror full of Don, just 0.7 of a second behind him. Raffo having a little bit of a lonely race, 6.7 seconds to Don in third and 5.3 back to Obi in fifth. AP Ammo gets released back on circuit. Fresh set of softs, full tank of fuel. 11.9 seconds behind Obi. 29 seconds now, nearly 30 seconds behind Dizzy. Apache not too far behind, but yet to stop. Same for Manny. Rob has been in. Fresh set of softs on board for him and a full tank of fuel. Dodger, loads of fuel left. Tyres looking pretty good as well, but under threat from Ricky J for that position. Pilgrim's just been in, come back out. Fresh set of softs, full tank of fuel. So I don't think Dizzy is going to risk another lap on this fuel. He's on the soft tyre for stint 1 as well. Whereas AP Ammer was on the medium tyre, so Dizzy was able to stick with him when they were on the opposite tyres. But will the same be said for stint 2? If Dizzy comes out on a set of mediums and AP is on the softs, we'll see. Mocking Weeks comes in the pits this lap. Don follows him through. Raffo trying to chop as many curbs off there as possible. He's also coming into the pits this lap, followed by Obi-Wan. So it is AP Ammer then. Where's he going to come out, or where's he going to come through when everybody else comes out? Apache into the pits. Everybody's still got the P up against the name in front of him. Can't see anybody being released from the pits yet. Oh. Dizzy, has Dizzy done it? He's got the inside line. There is another driver just come out of the pits as well. It was Don. So Dizzy gets himself through to the lead of the race. Again, he's on that medium tyre versus AP's soft tyre. So we'll see whether AP can use those softs to his advantage and get his way past Dizzy. Don then out on the set of mediums for stint 2. He's only taken on half a tank of fuel as well, hence why he's moved up the order. Manny also not stopped yet, so he will fall back down the order. Currently in fourth, but again, he'll fall out of that position when he comes in the pits. Being chased by Mocking Weeks. He's now on a fresh set of softs, full tank of fuel. Raffo hit fresh set of mediums and a full tank. Obi-Wan right behind him, fresh mediums, full tank. Same for Rob S. Came in a lap earlier. Apache as well, fresh soft, full tank. Ricky J yet to stop. Pilgrim stopped a lap ago, and Dodger just leaves the pits now. Full tank of fuel, fresh set of softs. Now then, can Dizzy hold on to this lead? Can he keep AP behind him while AP breaks a set of soft tyres? And then they could both come in at the end for a set of softs and race it out. It all depends on whether Dizzy's got the strength to fend him off. Again, Dizzy's on the medium tyre. AP is on that soft tyre, the faster tyre. "23 minutes into this 50-minute endurance here then at Nurburgring GP. Dizzy taking the lead through a well-calculated pit stop. didn't take on a full tank of fuel. It's not as if he made the jump with, you know, taking on board less fuel. And he has managed to hold that gap between himself and AP as well. AP's got Don pretty close behind him, so that must be unsettling him a little bit. Doesn't want to do anything daft to try and hunt down Dizzy in front and leave the door wide open for Don to come through and have a go. So managing to stretch that lead up to a second then, Dizzy. If he can keep it there or above, he drops AP out of the slipstream range. And that then makes him the wedge that has to break the air, which may allow Don to close up on him. And they are both on the soft tyre, I think. Oh no, it's a medium tyre on board for Don. What's happened? Oh, not sure what happened there. Mocking Weeks just managed to make his way straight past Don. Maybe a little mistake from Don running into the S's. Not too sure, but Mocking Weeks through to third position. 1.4 back from AP. He is also on this soft tyre. Might be able to pile the pressure on AP here. Especially if AP has any kind of trouble getting past Dizzy. Just slow the pair of them down a little bit and allow Mocking Weeks to hopefully take advantage. Slowly falling back though. AP back in the slipstream range of Dizzy. That's allowed him to pull away from Mocking. Don then 1.8 seconds back, so I think he knows he's on the slower tyre versus Mocking Weeks specifically. Just allows him to go through. Obi then gets himself up into fifth position. Rob S in 6th position. Raffo in 7th. So struggling on the mediums, I think, in stint 2. Manny in 8th. Apache 9th. Pilgrim 10th. Ricky J in 11th. He's just come out of the pits. And Dodger right behind him in 12th. Holding on to first at the minute. A little wide run there for AP. That slowed him down a little bit, brings him right into the clutches of Mocking Weeks. Just half a second in it now between these two. On board with Mocking. AP looking to close the gap back up on Dizzy as well. But that will just help Mocking Weeks. It will drag Mocking Weeks towards Dizzy well, so they can both have a go at him. Just have to be very, very careful on the throttle coming out of that chicane. Wheels on the curb. It does just want to spin you around a little bit. Top 3 then, neck and neck, starting lap 14 here. Nurburgring GP. Nobody able to take advantage. Whoa, Mocking Weeks has to take a void in action. Almost smashes the rear spoiler off of AP's Red Bull Junior. Nearly takes his own nose cone and wing out as well. It's cost him a little bit of time then. Mocking 0.3 of a second. Might be able to close that gap back up if Dizzy holds them up. Are the top 3 then. Dizzy, AP and Mocking Weeks. 1, 2 and 3. 3.6 seconds back is Don in 4th. He took on a big chunk less fuel in first pit stop, so he will have to come in early than everyone else. Get rid of those medium tyres as well. Obi then in 5th. 14.8 seconds down from Don. Just getting himself past Rob S there. Best chasing second behind Obi. Raffo 7 seconds down. Manny in 8th, Apache 9th. Still pretty close, those two. Pilgrim 10th, 14.5 seconds back. Unfortunately, Ricky J is another 40 seconds back. Dodger still just 1.4 seconds behind him in 12th. Dizzy then still holding this lead, but AP is all over the back of him as they exit that chicane. Mocking Weeks is still right there with them as well. Job on his hands then for Dizzy to try and defend from the drivers behind on soft tyres. What's Mocking Weeks on? He's on the soft as well, yeah, I thought so. Ooh, there's a little look, Mocking. AP's having to think about the inside into turn 1. Has he gone too deep? Dizzy gets back up the inside. Who gets the accelerator down quicker? Side by side on the way through the Mercedes arena. It is going to be AP Ammer that gets the advantage through the second part of this arena. And on the way out, Mocking Weeks is also having a look up the inside of Dizzy as well. Can't make it run around the outside of there. AP back into first, then Dizzy second, Mocking Weeks in third. Then back out into the lead of the race, already got 1.3 seconds over Dizzy on that soft tyre. Now, does Dizzy need to allow Mocking Weeks through? Again, they are racing for position, so you know, the race is on here. But he might be better off allowing Mocking Weeks to go through, just following him through using the slipstream. Mocking Weeks is on that faster tyre after all. Has a little look up the inside there. Almost pushing Dizzy around that corner. Should get a good run on him down towards the hairpin if he can get a good exit out of here. Sorry, not the hairpin, the chicane. 0.2 of a second between them. Dizzy going defensive. Mocking Weeks is going to have to wait for another corner. Literally nowhere for Mocking Weeks to go there. Dizzy throws himself in the pits this lap though. So getting rid of those medium tyres and going for the last stint on his soft set. So AP Ammer back into the lead, 1.9 seconds over Mocking Weeks now. Don third, another 4.3 seconds back. Dizzy just gets his tyres removed now then. Obi goes through. No, Dizzy gets released. Ooh. He does run past Dizzy. Carries the speed down that start-finish straight. Gets himself into fourth then, Obi. He's on that medium tyre. Dizzy now behind him on a fresh set of softs. Rob S in 6th as well. Manny 7th, Apache 8th, Pilgrim 9th. Raffo in 10th, so you've been in, fresh set of tyres. And Ricky J sitting in 11th, still being harassed by the Dodger. These two have been at it pretty much the whole race. Can Mocking Weeks close the gap on AP? Still staying at 1.9. Gains a 10th through that S and this back straight. The chicane for Mocking. You can see how much time that's made him lose. Oh my gosh. So 1.9 seconds. It's now 2.7 with that little mistake from Mocking. 17 minutes remaining of this 50-minute endurance. Now, where will Dizzy slot himself back into these top three? Managed to get in front of AP in the last stop, as he played a blinder here as well. AP now then 2.8 seconds up the road. Mocking Weeks with that tiny little overshoot into the chicane has cost him about a second. Don falling back as well, again on that medium tyre, just not able to keep at the pace of those two drivers in front on the softs. So he's currently 6.5 seconds down in third position. There is Dizzy in fourth, fresh set of softs. 16 minutes of this race remaining. What is he, 21.1 seconds away from race leader. Keep an eye on that. Looking, I was just about to say looking comfortable in AP as he gets the rear end stepping out on the Red Bull Junior. Doesn't make him lose any time. He's still got 3.2 seconds over Mockin. Now, have these two got enough fuel to run to the end of the race? Are they just going to run the rest of the race on the tyres they've got? 15 minutes left. They're going to be blown out, but if they save themselves a pit stop, they keep themselves way ahead of everyone else out on circuit. Dom's in the pits. Dizzy will come through to take that third. 21.3 seconds behind the two drivers in front now. 18 seconds behind Mockin Weeks in second. Again, if the two drivers in front decide they're not going to stop, we'll see what happens. But a mistake by AP Ammer has allowed Mockin Weeks to close that gap back up to 1.6 seconds then. Not infallible then, AP. Doesn't matter how many thousands of laps you've done around here, mistakes are possible. Tyre wear looking great on AP's car though. Decided he wants another fastest lap there as well, 2 minutes, 0.8. See whether anyone else can beat that through the rest of the race. Mockin Weeks gets the gap down to 1.4 seconds, but he's pushing hard. He's wearing his tyres out a lot quicker than AP up front. He is keeping that gap at 1.5. Sticking in purple sectors as well is Mockin. A little bit too much of that curb on every lap. Mockin is just causing him to lose a couple of tenths. He gathers that Red Bull Junior back up. There you go, so he's lost 1.4 of a second. He's down to 1.8 seconds behind AP. Dizzy's starting to close that gap down now. 19.5 seconds behind race leader. 17.6 behind Mockin. Purple sectors, or purple lap in fact, 2 minutes, 0.6. So he is pushing this Red Bull Junior hard in its third stint. Needs to be closing that gap down on these two a little bit quicker though. Seem to know exactly where to put that car, AP. still at 1.9 seconds. Blue flags being waved somewhere. So we have got the Dodger in 12th, being closed up by AP Amma. Gap still at 1.9. Dizzy now 17 seconds behind Mockin. Still 17.5 in fact. He's not managed to gain any time yet on these softs really. Still 19.5 seconds behind race leader AP. So it does look like these two are going to be running to the end of the race. Dodger just staying out of the way as AP comes through. Hopefully he sees Mockin Weeks coming as well. Should be clean overtake down this start finish straight. Sure, Dodger will move out of the way once Mockin Weeks is up close and personal. Slots his way through there, Mockin Weeks. Loses another couple of tenths to AP though, that gap to 2.1 seconds. Dizzy found about half a second. Possibly just due to the drivers waiting to get past Dodger. He doesn't care how it happens as long as it happens. Tyres aren't looking that much better than the race leader AP's, to be honest. A little bit more wear on the rears for AP. Mockin Weeks are worst on the front out of those three. Another couple of tenths Dizzy's found. 10 minutes remaining though. I think it's a little bit too late for Dizzy, even with fastest laps. Still 18.5 seconds. He's gained about a second on the race leader, but it's not going to be enough. Another purple sector. Pushing hard then Dizzy. Mockin loses another couple of tenths here. 2.3, 2.4 seconds back from AP. He's just got to get his way past Ricky as well. Done now. And again, the gap at 2.3 seconds behind between those two. Dizzy 16.3 behind Mockin. Eight and a half minutes remaining. It's about 4 laps here at Nurburgring GP. Dizzy, another purple lap on the board, a 2:0.057. So he is still pushing, but again, he's just not taking enough time out per lap on those drivers in front. Still gained about half a second on Mockin. Not gained anything really on AP, maybe a couple of tenths. Exploring those track limits, AP. Carrying as much speed as possible around these corners. Nearly 2.6 seconds back for Mockin. Through the hairpin, no time gained. Rob S up into 4th. Wide into the hairpin. Got himself past Don in 5th. Manny in 6th position. Apache in 7th. Those three are pretty close on circuit for this last 10-minute battle, or last 8-minute battle. Raffo out on his own, 15.6 seconds behind Apache, 9.5 seconds ahead of Obi. Obi another 25 seconds ahead of Pilgrim. who's 42 seconds ahead of Ricky, who's still only 3 seconds ahead of Dodger. It is looking ever better for AP. Finds more time, 2.8, 2.9 seconds, the gap between himself and Mockin. Decided he wants that fastest lap now as well, AP. Sticks in a 1:59, 1:59.894. It does have a little bit of a moment coming out of the Mercedes arena. Sticks in a purple sector anyway. Six minutes on the clock. Yes, all the cars are the same, just different liveries, Frederick. They are the Red Bull Juniors. I think some of them, there you go, on the front winglet, or the, you know, the front sort of, where just below the headlight, X214J Junior things, whatever they are. But yes, all the cars are the same. No tuning on in this lobby either, so the cars have bop on, which means they're all the same. It is all down to the driver, and it seems to be all about this driver tonight. 3 seconds lead over Mockin. He's not managed to escape. Yeah, same tuning setup. So bop on is balance of power, which means nobody can adjust anything, really. It just makes it fairer. Some drivers know how to do tuning, some drivers don't. There's the gap between AP and Mockin. It is over that 3 second mark now. Dizzy has not been able to close that gap back up. 16.3 seconds between himself and Mockin. The gap back up to 19.5 seconds between himself and AP. No worries, mate, no worries. Is only the start of the league, start of the season. This is round 1 tonight, the debut race here from Nurburgring GP. 4.5 minutes. AP Amma has pretty much led this one from start to finish. The only time he hasn't was during the pit stops. But he's still pulling time over Mockin Weeks. Dizzy's very, very comfortable in third, 16 seconds in front, 17.5 seconds behind. He could almost afford to cruise round and still hold on to that third. Again, just 4 minutes remaining here. More purple sectors from Dizzy. Looking for another fastest lap. Feathering the throttle on the way out of there as well, just making sure he doesn't stick it in that sand. Does find almost a second over Mockin Weeks through there. A little mistake from Mockin maybe. Maybe starting to struggle with his tyre wear now. Maybe a little bit. Not able to close it off. AP getting a wobble on through there as well. But look how much wear is not on his front tyres. He sticks in another fastest lap as well, AP. 1:59.805. The car getting lighter, less fuel on board. Still got plenty of grip left in those front tyres at least. That's helping him put these fast laps in at the end of the race. Gap up to 4 seconds between himself and Mockin Weeks now. Again, Dizzy did have a real good couple of laps. Let's close that gap up on Dizzy, on Mockin, but it's too little too late. Going for the 3-stop, or the 2-stop strategy, sorry, whereas Mockin Weeks and AP, okay, it's like that, is it? Whereas Mockin Weeks and AP have been gone for the 1-stop. Just as I say that, Dizzy, he does retake that fastest lap of the race with a 1:59.756. So although they're not battling on track at the minute, AP Amma and Dizzy are battling it out for that fastest lap honour. Nobody been able to touch this man yet. We'll see what happens next week when Team Red reappear. They've got Skippy the Australian and Dylan, who's the fastest driver, I would say, in P1. Has lost a second to Mocking Week, so maybe struggling a little bit then on tyre wear, but that gap come down from 4 seconds to 2.8 again. But it could just be Amma backing off. He knows he's only got about a lap to do. He's just got to take it easy, doesn't have to press it too hard. Again, Dizzy starts closing those gaps up, but final lap just about to start here. Hit the 49-minute mark. That gives us 1 more minute on the race clock. So anybody who crosses the line before that 50-minute timer does get to carry on their lap. But everyone else after that does finish. So this is the first round tonight, Frederick, and it's a 50-minute endurance, 5-0. There is 2 endurance rounds, and the rest are sprint stroke feature races. So this week, for instance, it will be qualifying and then the 50-minute race, and next week we'll have qualifying followed by a 15-minute sprint race, and then that will be followed straight after by a reverse grid race, and that'll probably be about 30 minutes racing. Fortunately, no room in this lobby this time. Gap still at 3.2 then between AP and Mockin. So we are over that 50-minute timer now. Who's going to be the first man to cross the line? It is going to be this man, Raffo. Gets the power down out of that final corner, comes up towards the line, flash of the lights, and takes 8th position then for Raffo. Obi-Wan comes in right behind him for 9th. Going to see Pilgrim next. Who was right behind him? Oh, there it is. But no, it won't be Pilgrim next. Let's go to the front runner. It will be AP Amma to cross the line. Gets himself past Don as we were running up the hill, or whoever it was. AP Amma then just got the final corner to go. He's led from start to finish here, and it takes the first win of the season for, what team are you in again? Team Green for AP Amma. First win of the season. Mocking Weeks takes 2nd position, then Dizzy is going to come home in 3rd. Did make some time up at the end, but nowhere near enough. That 1 extra pit stop was just enough to put him out of contention. There he goes, backwards across the line for 3rd position, just 17.5 seconds back in the end. Well, yes, another good result for him. He's 4th in the Red Bull Juniors. He's got better and better while he's been in the P1 lobbies, I will say that. Ricky J peels across the line, so Rob takes 4th, Don takes 5th. Apache is going to take 6th. We have got other drivers already crossed the line. Manny is going to take 7th. Oh, he's out of fuel. Raffo takes 8th. Obi-Wan takes 9th. Pilgrim takes 10th. Ricky J takes 11th. And the Dodger takes 12th. Yeah, some great racing by AP Amma. Just able to control the pace of the race. The pace of the race for pretty much the whole thing. There you go, the Marlboro Honda livery of AP Amma's overalls. Will that be the only time we see it? We'll see. We'll see. So that is round 1 of the Red Bull Juniors, hosted by P1RC or P1 Race Community over there on Facebook. Great result. Shame about Obi. Not sure what happened to him. He was pressing for 2nd, giving AP a run for his money. And then did something and then ended up 6th. So had a little bit of work on his hands to regain any time or positions. So final results then. AP did take first, Mocking Weeks took second, Dizzy third, Rob S in fourth, Don in fifth, Apache sixth, Manny in seventh, Raffo eighth, Obi-Wan in ninth, Pilgrim 10th, Ricky J in 11th, and the Dodger 12th. And that is going to be about it from me. I've got to get out of this room. I've got to go sit outside and get some fresh air. You know what I mean. So that is it for round one of the Red Bull Juniors. I hope you come back next week and check it out. I'm not sure where we are next week, but I'll post it up on the page as and when I know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it out, all that sort of stuff. Drop some comments in, but most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.